everybody, welcome to another episode of For the Love of the Mouse. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Bryson.
And we're really excited today because it's March Madness. And
it's funny because she doesn't like basketball.
No, but I can get into this March Madness. So what are we talking about today?
I don't know if you've seen it, it's making its ways on Instagram. We saw it today, so we decided we're going to take part in the Disney Pixar March Madness Bracket Challenge, and we're going to bring our brackets to you and do a little bit of explaining on them. Yeah. So, we'll put a little picture up here, right here, of the bracket. If you haven't seen it, here's the bracket. We'll put a blank copy on our Instagram story. If you guys want to save it, you can fill your own out, do just like we are. See what ends up winning for you. So,
and let us know in the comments too, like what
how would you differ from us? How would you fill out your bracket? Who'd win, you know? So
it's really interesting to see how everybody does theirs.
So when I say Disney Pixar, as you see in the bracket, like one side of the bracket is Disney, one side of the bracket is Pixar movies. So they're going head to head kind of, even though they're one entity, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like in March Madness where you have an East region, a West region. That's what we're doing here. So, all right. So, Crystal, we'll start with you. How did you come to your Final Four?
So my Final Four is, on one side is really hard, and we're going to talk about that too in a little bit, but on one side it was really hard for me, and on the other side it was not hard. But my Disney side Final Four, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and then my Pixar was Up and Finding Nemo. So Beauty and the Beast, classic. Lion King is, I love Lion King, but I think that these two were really hard to get to for me. But Up and Nemo were definitely where I got to on Pixar. That wasn't that hard for me.
Okay, who's your championship game?
Oh, I didn't know we were doing this yet. So between Lion King and Beauty and the Beast for me. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite movie of all Disney. So that's where I got to with that. And then Finding Nemo just inched out Up just because I've seen it a lot more. And it's so cute.
And she literally only picked Up because of the nice old man.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she has a thing.
Him.
She's got a thing
cute.
for older men. And I don't mean me because I'm actually younger than her. So by 4 whole months.
He's so cute.
So, all right.
He's so cute.
So who's your champion?
Beauty and the Beast.
I could have called that from
hands
away.
down.
If you didn't know, she's got Beauty and the Beast ears, shirts, everything.
What's sad though is I have a Frozen shirt on today.
We'll get into that later.
I know.
So,
okay.
All right, my Final Four. Disney side, Lion King against Beauty and the Beast. Pixar side, Toy Story versus Monsters, Inc. Brief synopsis of them. Toy Story, I think it's as timeless as any Disney movie. It was the first Pixar movie that really set everything apart. If you saw my Toy Story video, you know I love Toy Story.
And how many Toy Stories are there?
There's gonna be 4. There's a 4th one coming out.
Yeah.
Again, Monsters, Inc. I just thought Monsters, Inc. was a really cool movie.
That's cute.
I love that movie.
Solely.
Beauty and the Beast is, I think, an awesome, awesome movie. When I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, I can't remember when that movie came out, but anyway, I had the soundtrack to it, and I used to have to play the soundtrack every morning when I got ready for school and sing the songs. And Lion King.
He acts like we don't do that now, but we do.
It doesn't matter. It's besides the point. Lion King, same thing. Timeless movie. Loved it. Great movie. Wore out multiple VHS copies. Parents had to keep buying them.
We have VHS of that too.
Yeah. All right, my championship game. Lion King versus Toy Story. Oh, it was tough. Because, I love both these movies. But at the end of the day, Simba wins. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, you win. Even though you were young Simba. But Lion King, I love that movie. I can't say enough about that movie. It was truly what got me hooked on Disney, I have to say, when I was younger, was Lion King. Like, I watched all the Disney movies and everything, but I became fully engulfed after Lion King. Such a great movie. So, all right, that's our Final Four and our championship. Crystal, what was something you found kind of controversial about this bracket? Now, let me say, We did not make the original bracket. This is one that's just making its ways around the internet. So it's Disney versus Pixar. We didn't make this once again. So there's some things in here that are a little controversial.
Yeah, it's hard for me because if some of these, I guess I don't really understand, and maybe he knows, but I don't really understand like how they divide the two. I guess most of them were pre-Pixar.
Well, it's Disney, and then there's Pixar, because Pixar's made movies and Disney's made movies. And now, like, there's Pixar technologies in all the movies, but there's still, like, movies that come out of Pixar Studios, and there's still movies that come out of Disney Animation.
See, that's why I was confused, because I thought Brave was going to be a Disney movie. But anyway,
whatever, it was on the Pixar side.
Yeah, so if like this had been like a little more switched up for me, like if maybe Moana had been on the other side, like if maybe it wasn't necessarily Disney Pixar, but like just arranged differently, and they had Moana on the other side or Pocahontas on the other side. I love Pocahontas. Pocahontas would have gone far for me. I love Pocahontas. So that would have been a rough one for me. Little Mermaid and Pocahontas, that one was hard for me. What about you?
Okay, so this is by far the most controversial one on this bracket.
Yeah.
Frozen against Moana. You take two of the most like popular movies Disney's had in the last 3 or 4 years.
You put them together in the
and you
first
put them
round?
together. Like, how am I supposed to pick out of that?
In the first round.
The first round, I got to knock out one of those two top movies. Like, that's hard. But I went with Moana. Moana. I got my Moana shirt on that my wife got me on Etsy. But I love Moana. So, I mean, I went with Moana, but I still love Frozen.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. Like, why'd you do that to us, guy? Whoever made the bracket?
Yeah.
Like, or gal? Whoever it was. Come on.
Like, question then. So if you had if you could pick any other one of these movies to be on your championship game, like, so if it was Beauty and the Beast versus, or Lion King for you, right?
Yeah.
Versus any of the other movies, what movie would it have been? Or Toy Story, or, whatever. It had to be a different championship game.
So if I still have Lion King in my bracket, my championship game, it would still end up the same way. Like, Toy Story and Lion King are both two movies that resonate with me from my childhood, that Frozen and Moana, neither one of them would have beat either of those. So my championship would have still ended up the same. It's just putting Frozen and Moana in the first round against each other is like, for anybody who watches basketball, that's like Duke versus Kansas in the first round. Like, you're going to knock out one of your top contenders in the first round? Like, that's crazy. I didn't make the bracket, so
yeah.
well.
I think mine would have definitely been different on the other side, like, I honestly could have had Pocahontas on the other side. I could have had Little Mermaid on the other side. I could have had Moana.
See, she doesn't love Pixar like I do. Like, I 100% appreciate the technology that Pixar brought to Disney. Pixar, in my opinion, saved Disney. Like, Disney animation was going downhill fast until Toy Story came out. And when Toy Story hit and it became such a booming success, literally Toy Story saved Disney.
We're gonna get blacklisted from Disney for you saying that.
No, we're not. Like, it's not an unknown fact that, like, Michael Eisner had to do crazy things to, like, save Disney. Like, that's a well-known fact.
I know.
So
I just don't love the storylines on Pixar's side that much, but he does, that's why it's so fun though.
Yeah, we're two totally different opinions. So.
That's why it's good. That's why I'm a Harry Potter girl and he's a Star Wars girl.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, girl. Cool.
So
you married this girl. So.
Anyway, so that's our championship. Those are how our Final Four championship and our number ones came out. I think it's funny that our two Disney ones were the same.
Pretty close.
No, it was Lion King and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, our Final Four were the same.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny, but this is a fun bracket, so you guys should definitely do it. Definitely check out our Instagram store for the blank one, or you can find it anywhere really, but go to our Instagram store to get it. And that's it. So let us know in the comments what your champion was and how you got there.
And before we go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, comment, let us know, interact with us.
Thank you guys for stopping by, and for the love of the mouse,
Never forget
that it all started
with a mouse.